So Cardi B responded to Tommy Lauren's tweet, which said, "How does looting, rioting, and destroying your own community bring justice for anyone?" Cardi B responded saying, "How does targeting, profiling, beating, and murdering black men with no consequence equal serving and protecting? Who's giving them justice and trust on cops? Mind your business and eat your salad, okay?" Now, Cardi B was partially right. Targeting, profiling, beating, murdering, being racist. How does that help black people? She said black men, but I think she meant to say black people. And though I do agree that we should not be looting and destroying our own community, I'm not going to allow a white person to tell me that, okay? Because white folks, y'all riot for absolutely nothing. Okay, y'all rioted because y'all had to wear masks and stay inside due to COVID-19. Okay, so we're not even going to take y'all advice. In response to posts, tweets, poster boards, and slogans, I decided to tweet, "Please stop saying black men are being killed. Black people are being killed." Now, I know as of recently, we've seen the George Floyd's murdering, we've seen the Ahmaud Arbery's murdering, and we've seen Sean Reed murdered on live video. But we cannot forget about the black women who have also been killed at the hands of police brutality, racism, and white supremacy. And if you are a man watching this video, a black man watching this video, I invite you to please watch with an open mind and an open heart. I'm not here to bash you. I'm not here to belittle you. I'm here to enlighten you and let you know how shit gonna go moving forward. So I continued with my thread on Twitter saying black women, black children, black teens, black LGBTQ+, black elderly, like it's literally all of us. And my last tweet stating, black women specifically are tired of carrying the movement with little to no visibility when it's our turn for justice. Now, I was having a conversation with a male friend of mine, and I know he mentioned a few times throughout the conversation that black men lives don't matter and black men are always being killed in the streets. I had another conversation with someone in which we were planning to go live and talk about the Black Lives Matters movement, and he said, yes, I have the list of the men that have been killed. And I asked him, what about the list of the women that have been killed? He didn't have a list. So I asked him if he could name any black women that have died from police brutality, racism, or white supremacy, and he named about 2. I was really surprised that he hadn't heard about Breonna Taylor, especially since we learned about her death around the same time that we did for Ahmaud Arbery. And slowly and surely, day by day, it became clearer to me that Black Lives Matter didn't include black women's lives. Now, I'm not going to be one-sided just because I'm a woman. When I first heard about the Breonna Taylor story, I even asked some of my girlfriends, like, hey, girl, you heard about what happened to Breonna Taylor? And they were like, who? And I know that it would be damn near impossible to keep up with every single black life, even though they all matter. It would be almost impossible to keep up with every single person because, number one, not every single murder gets filmed. And number two, it's happening so frequently and so quickly that we will never be able to really protest each and every individual as we need to. However, black women are noticing, even if the stories come out at the same time and get the same amount of media coverage, for some reason we always forget about the women. This is in no way, shape, or form to be like a competition of oppression or a competition of death. This is in no way, shape, or form to be that. I want when you leave this video to understand that we are not trying to compete with you. We just want visibility as well. If you leave this video understanding that, then we can then move forward and have a conversation about how men and women, how black men and black women can now come together and fight together. But without the visibility of black women, black men, you will be on your own. Unpopular opinion. Black women are being killed at the same rate as black men, but we don't get the media coverage and we don't get the visibility. Therefore, these women don't get the justice that they deserve. Everyone knows Trayvon Martin. Most people don't know Regis Paquette. She was killed yesterday after being shoved off the balcony by police, and police tried to cover up her murder as a suicide. Most people don't know Charlena Lyles, who was killed by police in front of her children after she called them to report a robbery. She was also pregnant at the time. Most people don't know Rainisha McBride, a 19-year-old black girl who was shot in the face after seeking help in a white neighborhood. Most people don't know Matrice Richardson, who disappeared from the sheriff's station in Malibu, California, and 11 months later her skeletal remains were found, but no one knows what really happened to her after she left the police precinct. Most people don't know Rakia Boyd, who was an innocent bystander that was shot in the back of her head by an off-duty police detective. But again, I bring this to your attention just to show you guys that a lot of black women's killings are going under the rug. It's not just black men's fault, it is the media as a whole. Black men are at the face of the Black Lives Matter movement, while black women are also being treated the same way and also fighting for black men. Yet we don't really feel anyone fighting for us when we ask for visibility, which we shouldn't have to ask for if we are black as well.
Listen to me. I've been being streets for more than 300 years. There is blood on these streets, sir. Why are we going to continue being peaceful when they are killing my brothers and sisters? We are being peaceful. We are on the grass. Why are they here? It is because of them why we're here, so why the fuck are they here, sir? I'm tired of being peaceful. I have lost 3 brothers to this, sir. 3! This is not all right. I'm hurt. You don't see the eyes. I'm hurt. My people out here hurt. I'm tired of this. I'm not sitting down. If I gotta die behind my color, I'm gonna die about it. My kids after me, they gonna walk these streets crazy, just like everybody else can walk these streets crazy. I'm not standing down. I'm black and I'm proud and I'm strong. Stand down. We are strong. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racism.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
I really had to gather myself after that clip. Like, I felt every word that came out of her mouth. And y'all, you can't deny that the energy is different. It's not us trying to be divisive, because I've got a lot of comments like, oh, you're just being divisive. It's not a competition. Y'all, it's not about a competition. It's not about being divisive. Black women are letting you know that we feel like it is already divided. We feel like our deaths, our tears, and our lives aren't included in the Black Lives Matter movement. The energy is different when a black man is murdered versus when a black woman is murdered. It just is. And it's not right, because if we're going to say all of our lives matter, if women are also out here marching and posting and fighting, then we need that same energy in return. And though some black women choose to burn the cape and not show up to any of these protests, don't forget, black mothers, black sisters, black daughters, black friends, black trans women, they are still showing up because they have men in their lives that have been affected. And maybe there's not much media coverage on this, but I want to see the fathers, the uncles, the brothers, the best friends, the trans men. I want to see them showing up. I want to see that same energy when it's a black woman. Now, like I said, this is not a man bashing video, okay? I'm just here to enlighten and inform so that you are aware, okay? Communication and comprehension, okay? Let's sharpen those skills. Now, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, he was at the scene when the police forced their way into their home, and he did shoot at the police, okay? Again, this happened in March, and the charges was just dropped a few days ago. So he was out seen recently protesting around, and it came out that he actually had a ring waiting for her because he wanted to propose to her. So, you know, all of these situations are tragic, and they all deserve justice. Now, we all know that we live in a patriarchal society, but as a man or a woman, if you see posts going around social media that specifies that black men are being killed and black men should be protected, it's okay to speak out and remind them that black women are being targeted as well, and black women deserve protection. And one of my subbies sent me a conversation between her and a black man online. Basically, she commented on a post reminding them that black women need protection too. And he said this: let's be real. You're upset because this one post is not specifically about women like you want it to be. Not saying you're wrong for how you feel, But I'm sure there are people who post what black women specifically deal with. Okay, so he's saying that there are people who post what black women deal with. This is not that post. Okay, you can't be mad at black men for what you see on the news, as we don't own the media, which is true. You can't expect every black man. Okay, this is where he dug himself. Okay, he said you can't expect every black man to want, to want to protect every black woman. So we can't expect every black man to want to do it. Okay. Awareness has been raised already long time ago. Black Lives Matter is old now. Blah, 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 blah. But I do want to bring your attention to his last couple of sentences where he says black women are absolutely beautiful, but y'all egos destroy everything. And when y'all are not feminine like, it makes men not want to deal with y'all. There is an agenda to destroy the black family. This is no secret. Hashtags and awareness is not the answer. Is this y'all king? Honey, he belongs to the streets, okay? There were some positive comments under my tweet. Nui said facts. I said thank you for understanding and not being offended. He said I can't be offended. I have a black wife, a black mother, black sisters, black nieces, and black female friends that I love. That is the energy we're looking for. That's the energy we give y'all. You can't deny that there is definitely a narrative that black men have it worse. Or the people that say, yeah, black women are getting killed, but there are more black men being killed than women. That is actually false. The media just promotes that narrative. And even if it were true, aren't black women and black children supposed to be the most protected in the community? Aren't the women and children supposed to be the most protected in the community? So even if it was just one black woman that was shot, should that not mean it's about to be a civil movement? Does it have to be millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of black women to die before y'all say, you know what? Yeah, they do deserve equal attention.
I watched this man die. I was the one that was recording the whole thing. I don't know how to feel. Because it's so sad, bro. This man was literally right here, 8 o'clock p.m. yesterday. I walk in my cousin to the store, and I just see him on the ground. I'm like, what is going on? I pull my camera out. This man cannot breathe at all. He's like, please, I can't breathe, and they did not care. They killed this man. And I was right there. I was like 5 feet away. It is so traumatizing.
Now, the young lady who witnessed and recorded his murder name is Darnella Frazier, and she is getting a lot of love and yet a lot of hate on Twitter. A lot of people are saying she should have done more. My question to you is, what do you expect a 17-year-old young lady to do against 4 police officers? When previously you saw the video of 2 officers, 1 non-black man and 1 black man, and the black man walked away. So what more do you expect a teenage girl to do? Think about that. Now, Jovan Williams tweeted, Darnella Frazier, who is being frowned upon by police, is a brave human for remaining under control while taping the best video of police abuse I have ever seen. When recording such events, it is hard to hold a camera, and she aced it. So remember, the next time you think about the injustices from police brutality, racism, and white supremacy, keep your counterparts in mind, because we truly all suffer when one suffers. I need us all to educate ourselves on the black lives, on all of the black lives. There is a hashtag called Say Her Name. You can look up that hashtag if you want to learn more about victims that we have lost to police brutality and white supremacy in this country. Now, when it comes to the rioting and the looting and the fighting with the police, we need to leave that to the men, okay? The men are supposed to be defending us and protecting us. We are the women, okay? Now, if you are a woman and you have maybe military training and you want to go out and fight, you're a fighter, no problem. But for the majority of us, we don't need to be out there because all we're going to do is end up getting hurt and getting called masculine by our own men, okay? But the revolution is here. The revolution is happening. We need to organize, okay? We looking a little chaotic right now. You know, I know we don't have any training. You know, we don't have the Black Panthers here that were able to raise us up and teach us, but we can mimic in their steps, okay? Black men need to be in the front lines, period. And if their non-Black wives, girlfriends, fiancés, side pieces decide to fight as well, go right ahead, sis. Fight for your king. Now, this video may just be a reminder for you the next time that you say Black men aren't protected. Just remember that Black women, Black girls, Black elderly, Black disabled, Black LGBTQ+ are not protected as well. And we are all a part of the Black Lives Matter movement. I'll see y'all on the other side of victory. Love, peace, and hair grease.